welcome to Rob Howard here at the IATEFL conference, the 53rd conference of IATEFL in Liverpool. Lovely to have you, Rob, as we know that you're very, very busy on the net as well as actively involved in everything around IATEFL. What is your latest project?
Well, lately I've been working with the BSIG, of course, the joint committee for the website and for social media and all our online. And we have an exciting lineup going on in Poland for the local BSIG, and then we have our future BSIG event coming up later on in the year.
To mention the date?
In May 11th in Krakow, we're doing IATEFL Poland BSIG. And then in October, we will have the official announcement will be made soon, but will be the IATEFL BSIG in Berlin, October 11th, 12th, and 13th. And then IATEFL Poland in September in Gdansk, where I live. And that keeps me very busy, working with Business English, and we love doing that for IATEFL.
And you recently also were actively involved in Kuwait.
Yeah, I just got back. I did a few talks in Kuwait and was on the panel for Kuwait TESOL, and it was a wonderful place, my first time there. And the U.S. State Department got me a grant and sent me in.
We did touch and go this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was questionable. It was up until 3 days before I knew that when the government opened back up, I was able to go. But it was great, and we did EFL talks, and we were happy to have you part of that. We did that live, and we had a panel discussion, and that was interesting. And great organization there, and it was fun.
And if people want to see you, Rob, where are you going to be at IATEFL?
Well, this time, this is my fourth IATEFL, so I keep pretty busy. Of course, I have the booth again this year. This is the third year for the independent authors and publishers. And Thursday I'm doing a talk with the MOSIG Showcase about how to survive as an independent author and publisher. And then Thursday night I've been invited to do a Pecha Kucha.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm looking forward to that. And I've been told by one of your committee members that it was very funny because she's already seen it. And so I'm looking forward to that. And you'll see me wandering around here for the next few days. I love it here.
Now, I know that for the independent publishers, you are one of the main people who's keeping a group together to form kind of a force, yeah?
Yep.
And what is your take?
The original idea, when it started with a conversation in Ecuador when I met Dorothy Zamak, and we started talking about how it would be nice for independent people like us to get together and be able to have a booth at a conference, but it was way too expensive. And we said we should come up and make a group and talk to IATEFL and TESOL, and actually we first approached TESOL. And they said, we'll think about it. And I said, since I put this together, let me talk to IATEFL. And we sent it into IATEFL, and Marjorie Rosenberg was great. She was, at the time, she helped champion it. And they decided to give us a break and help get us in here as the independent authors and publishers, and 4 of us started out. And since then it's grown. We have 10 of us in the group now that are here this time, and a lot of people signing books, and we are looking at some more exciting things already for next year. So.
And Dorothy Zemak last year, Brighton, she made headways for the course of independent authors and publishers, as you are the main material writers in the field, and that yet you don't see the money that is actually being turned over by so many.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. The nice thing about being an independent is we're not so concerned about the money as much as the project.
Right.
And it's nice because we've been approached by a lot of mainstream publisher writers. And, they're still going to keep working with the publishers and doing their course books and everything the publishers want. But there's so many things that they want to do on their own. And they just haven't had the ability because publishers won't pick it up. And being an independent author and self-publishing, whether it be ebooks or print on demand, is a whole new way for you to get your ideas and your creativity out to the market. And of course, we're not getting rich yet, but it's picking up. And this is one of the things we're trying to do, is to get people to look to us when they're looking for source material, because we're the people that are out there doing it every day.
And it's an empowerment of the materials writer, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what we heard in the opening keynote today. There's a lot of empowerment really needed on behalf of teachers and writers. Is there anything else, Rob, you would like to share with the audience?
Well, I think it's a great location. They really have done a great job. And, as I said, this is my fourth time. And they just seem to be getting better and better every year. And this is a great location. The organization is great. And I love what you guys have been doing with FCOM. That's the new name, right?
Digicom.
Digicom now, sorry. And... it's I really like the webinar series, and I hope one of these days I'll join you with the webinar series.
Fantastic. Well, Rob, we really value your contribution to the organization, and thank you very much. And upcoming next interviews.
Did you ask, because I wasn't here, did you ask him about the future directions of the LT?
Oh, is he one of those? Sorry, I didn't.
Everybody who isn't like IATEFL is in the future directions track.
Okay, then I'll ask that again.
So with him, it could be the future directions of publishing.
Yeah.
I'll use that separately for something else.
Okay.
What?
One question I would like to ask you: where do you see the future of self-publishing? Which direction is it going?
Well, I really think that self-publishing is going to grow, and we're really going to be the future here on the floor. If you notice, the large publishers, there's so many conferences out there, and there's so many different directions, and money's getting tighter and tighter every year for them. And they're not doing the huge stands that they used to do, the huge sponsorships. And I really see that what's happening in the future is the self-publishers are going to come up, while the regular publishers pare back a bit, and it's all financial. But there's so many specific needs in the marketplace, like when you're talking about ESP and EAP, and it's just not financially feasible for the big publishers to do some of these things, or when you're talking for a specific market. And self-publishers can do that. We have that freedom. So I think you're going to hear a lot more from us in the future.
That sounds really great, especially the niche. That's where small demand or special educational needs, perhaps, or something in this area.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
You see,
Lovely.
there's been, for example, a lot of books coming out from the self-publishers about working with dyslexia. And you don't see a lot of that coming out from the publishers because it's a limited market for them.
Right.
And, it's like anything in education. There's all little specific things we have to deal with. And, we're the people to turn to.
Thank you very much. Here's Rob Howard from IATEFL in Liverpool. Thank you very much for your contribution towards the trade.
Thank you.